Virgin, someone's watching. You feel it, don't you? That strange feeling when you and that special person are together. That look from someone. That comment that seems innocent but leaves a bitter taste. That question that seems like concern but is actually probing. And you? You've been ignoring it, rationalizing it, giving it the benefit of the doubt, because you don't want to believe that someone close to you is actively working against your happiness. But they are. And in the coming days, the universe will rip off that person's mask. It will reveal it so obviously that you won't be able to deny it. You won't be able to ignore it. You won't be able to justify it. And when you see it, it will hurt. Because it won't be a stranger. It will be someone you trust, someone you consider an ally, someone you would never imagine. And that's exactly why we need to talk about this now, before it happens. So when will it happen? You won't be shocked. You'll recognize it. You'll act, and you'll protect what is yours. First, let's talk about who this special person is, because this is important. It's not just anyone. It's not a passing crush. It's not superficial. It's someone you feel differently. Someone who, when you're with them, makes you more yourself. Not less. Not an edited version. Not a performance. Just you. And that's rare. That's precious. And this person? They see the real you, not the image you project, not the role you play, but you, with flaws, with quirks, with parts you normally hide. And they don't run away. They stay. They appreciate it. And something in you that was always in analysis mode, always in checking mode, always in doubt mode, it rests. For the first time in a long time. And you know that's special. You know that's not common. You know that deserves to be protected. And there's someone who knows this too. Someone who sees what's happening between you and doesn't like it. Why? Oh, there are reasons. Several. And none of them are about your well-being. They're all about that person's unmet needs, about insecurities, about control, about envy. And they'll disguise it. They'll say it's concern, that it's care, that it's protection. I just don't want to see you hurt. I just think you should take it slow. I just don't know if this person is right for you. And it sounds reasonable, doesn't it? It sounds like a caring friend, like a protective family member, like someone who wants what's best for you. But listen deeper. Listen to what's not being said. Listen to the frequency beneath the words. It's not protection. It's sabotage. Subtle, wrapped in the gift paper of concern, but sabotage nonetheless. Let's be specific about what this person is doing, because you need to recognize the patterns. First, they plant doubts. Small ones, almost imperceptible. Wow, but so-and-so is so different from you, right? Innocent smile. But the seed has been planted. Difference, as a problem. When you know that difference is exactly what makes it interesting. So-and-so seems so intense, calm, complicated, simple. Always some quality that they transform into a flaw. And you listen. And part of you starts to question. Is it? Is it a problem? Did I miss it? And then you look at that special person differently. With analysis, with criticism, with doubt. Where before there was acceptance. And the connection? It diminishes. Just a little. But it diminishes. And this person who is sabotaging? Mission accomplished. First crack made. Second, she's always available when you're with someone special. Always. There's always an emergency. There's always something urgent. She always needs you exactly when you're with that person. And you, being a Virgo, being helpful, being responsible, you respond. And you interrupt the moment. And you create a pattern. Where time with special people is always interrupted, never complete, never satisfactory. Because there's always interference. And a special person starts to feel it. Not a priority. Second option. Less important than other demands in your life. And you distance yourself, naturally. And you don't even realize it was orchestrated. You only notice that the connection is cooling down, and you don't understand why. But this person who is sabotaging knows exactly why. because she created it. Third, she compares. Always compares. You know, when you were with X, you seemed happier. A lie. But you don't remember exactly. So doubt remains. So-and-so reminds me of that person who hurt you. Association. Unfair, but effective. Because now every time you look at that special person, you see a shadow of a past person who has nothing to do with it, but the association was made, and it's difficult to dissociate. I just think you deserve someone more, insert quality here. And what is she really saying? You deserve more. This person isn't enough. And she touches on your insecurity, the insecurity of that special person. And she creates distance where there didn't need to be any. And this sabotaging person? She's telling you exactly that. And why does she do this? Let's get to the bottom of it. Because you need to understand motivation to recognize urgency. First possibility, she wants you. Not necessarily romantically, but she wants your attention, your energy, your time, which was all directed towards her. And now, there's someone else, and she's losing ground, losing importance, losing you, and she doesn't accept it. So instead of dealing with it maturely, instead of accepting that you have the right to other connections, she sabotages. Because if she can't have your complete attention, nobody can. Second possibility, she's unhappy, alone, without meaningful connection. And seeing you happy, seeing you connected, seeing you fulfilled, it hurts, because it highlights what she doesn't have. So instead of working to get what she wants, instead of creating her own happiness, she destroys yours. Because if you're at the same level of unhappiness as her, she feels less alone. Third possibility, she controls you. Always has. Subtly, through opinion, through validation or lack thereof, by making you question your own judgment. And you, without realizing it, went to her to confirm decisions, to check if you were right, to get approval. And she had power. And this special person makes you trust yourself, makes you decide for yourself, makes you not need external validation. And her? She lost control, loses influence, loses power over you. And that? Unacceptable to her. So she fights, subtly, manipulative mind, to regain the control she is losing. And the most effective way? To remove the person who is empowering you. Fourth possibility, and this one is darker. She knows something you don't know. About you. About this special person. About the dynamic between you. And she doesn't want you to find out. Because the discovery would change everything. It would change how you see her. It would change her place in your life. So she needs to keep you away from this person. She needs to prevent you from getting too close. This needs to end before the truth comes out. And in the coming days, the universe will reveal it. How? Through her slip-ups. She'll get anxious. Because she feels she's losing, that you're getting closer despite her efforts. And anxiety will make her make mistakes. It will make her less subtle, less careful. And you'll see. You'll hear comments that are very specific, very targeted, very suspicious. Or you'll find out she said something about you to that special person, something distorted, something that plants doubt. And that special person will tell you. Because authentic people don't keep secrets like that. They check. They verify. And when that special person comes to tell you what so-and-so said, you'll feel it in your stomach. Because you'll recognize the pattern. You'll recognize the intention. You'll recognize the sabotage. Or it will happen in a group. You'll be together with this sabotaging person and others. And they'll make comments. In front of everyone. It seems like a joke, like a casual observation. But it's an attack. An attack on that special person, or on the relationship. And they'll look around hoping for support, hoping others will laugh, that others will agree. And they won't. There will be an awkward silence. And you'll see them, really see them. And they'll realize they went too far, that their mask slipped. And they'll try to fix it. They'll laugh. They'll say, "Just kidding." But it'll be too late. You saw it. Everyone saw it. and there's no unseeing it. Or it will be technological. A message sent to the wrong person. A post they forgot you saw. A conversation they didn't know you were listening to. And the content? It will reveal everything. It will reveal what they really think, what they're really doing, what they really want. And there will be no denying it. There will be no justifying it. It will be there. In their words. Unquestionable. And when you find out, when the universe reveals it, you'll have a choice. You can confront her. You can try to talk to her. You can give her a chance to explain. And she will. She'll explain herself. She'll say you misunderstood, that it wasn't her intention, that you're being too sensitive, that she only wants what's best for you. And you might believe her. You might give her another chance. And her? She'll be more careful, more subtle. But she won't stop. Because the motivation continues. Her need continues. So the sabotage continues, just better hidden. Or you can choose differently. You can choose to create distance. Not dramatically, not with a big confrontation, but strategically. You stop sharing about special people. You stop asking for opinions. You stop giving information that can be used against you. And you observe. And when she asks, you're vague. You're generic. You don't give her ammunition. And she'll feel it. She'll feel she's lost access, and she'll try to regain it. She'll be more present, more attentive. But too late. You've seen who she is, and you don't forget. And what about that special person? You protect them. You create a bubble around yourselves. It's not a bubble that isolates you from the world, but a bubble that protects you from malicious interference. And you decide. You are a special person, without external voices, without unsolicited opinions, without people who have their own agenda. You decide based on what you feel, on what you experience, on what you build. And if it works out, wonderful. And if it doesn't, at least it failed for real reasons. Not because of external sabotage, not because of interference, not because someone decided it shouldn't work. And there's something powerful in that. In choosing yourself, in trusting your process, in not letting fear, envy, or someone else's control dictate your life. And when do you act? When do you protect? Something changes. Not just in the external situation, but within you. You stop being reactive. You stop being a victim of others' manipulation. You stop allowing other people to write your story, and you begin to be the author. You begin to decide who has access, who has a voice, who has influence. And not everyone deserves it. Not everyone has won. Not everyone is safe. And it's okay to admit that. It's okay to create a closer circle. It's okay to be selective about who is close. It's not elitism, it's survival. It's protecting what is sacred. It's honoring what you are building instead of letting others destroy it. And what about that special person? If it's meant to be, it will be. Despite the interference, despite the sabotage, despite people working against it. Because when something is real, when something is destined, there's no external force that can destroy it. It can only delay it. It can only complicate it. But it can't end it. And if it ends because of external interference, it wasn't strong enough to begin. It wasn't real enough to last. So either it strengthens through adversity, or it reveals that it wasn't what you thought. And both are valid outcomes. Both lead you to where you need to be. So don't be afraid. Don't panic. Have clarity. Have discernment. Have conscious action. And trust. Trust the process. Trust what you feel. Let's talk about specific signs, because you need to know what to look out for in the coming days. March has the energy of revelation. Eclipse at the end of the month. Mercury is finally direct, and everything that was hidden, it comes to light. So pay attention. First sign, the sabotaging person will intensify. They feel they are losing, that the connection between you and the special person is deepening, so they will increase the frequency. More messages, more calls, more concerns about your relationship. And you will notice. You will realize it's too much. that it's strange, that there's something off about this sudden attention. Second sign, they will bring in third parties. They will talk to other people about you and the special person. They will create a narrative. And eventually, someone will tell you, so-and-so was saying that, and you will hear the distortion. You will hear how they painted the situation in a way that makes you seem wrong. A special person seems problematic, and you will connect. You will see that it wasn't a slip-up, it was a campaign. Third sign, she will create situations. She'll schedule something at the same time you have with that special person. And she'll make it seem like a coincidence. Oh, I didn't even know you had plans. But she did. She always knows. And she'll put you in a position to choose. And when you choose that special person, there will be emotional consequences. Guilt. Drama. I understand I'm not a priority. And you'll feel weighed down. You'll question whether you're being selfish. But you're not. You're just living your life. Having your relationships. As is your right. Fourth sign. She'll spread concerns wrapped in caring language. She'll talk to your family, to your close friends, always with the preface of, I'm just worried. And she'll plant doubts in people you trust. And those people, they'll come and ask you, with genuine concern, because they've been manipulated into believing something is wrong. And you'll have to explain, defend, justify, something that wouldn't need justification if there were no interference. And here's something crucial. This person, they don't act alone in this pattern. They represent the archetype. They represent the part of you that isn't yet fully trusting, the part that still doubts, the part that still seeks external approval. So while you're dealing with external people, you also need to deal with an internal saboteur, a voice in your head that's supposedly like this person. That question, that doubt, that analyzes until it kills spontaneity. And when you silence that internal voice, when you choose to trust yourself more than external opinion, the external person loses power, automatically, because they only have the power you give them. They only have the influence you allow. And there's something special about this person that you need to recognize. They're not perfect, you know that, but they're authentic. And authenticity? It's worth more than perfection. Because perfection is performance. It's unsustainable. It's exhausting. But authenticity? It's real. It's possible. It's the foundation for something that lasts. And this person gives you space to be authentic too. They don't demand performance from you. They don't demand perfection from you. They only demand you. And when was the last time someone offered you that? When was the last time you could rest from your constant analysis and simply be? Rarely. Maybe never. And now that you have it? Are you going to let someone from the outside destroy it because they're operating from a place of their own wounds? No. You're going to protect me. Thankfully. Not because a special person needs protection, but because what you're building deserves it. Let's talk about forgiveness. Because eventually you'll have to decide. When the person is exposed, when the sabotage is revealed, do you forgive me? And the answer isn't simple. It's not black and white. It depends. It depends on whether they recognize it. It depends on whether they take responsibility. It depends on whether they do the inner work to understand why they did what they did. And most importantly, it depends on whether the behavior changes. Because forgiveness without a change in behavior, it's just permission to repeat. It's an invitation to be hurt again. So you can forgive. You can understand that they acted from a wounded place. You can have compassion for their pain. But that doesn't mean you'll trust them again. It doesn't mean you'll give them access again. It doesn't mean the relationship will go back to what it was. Because it doesn't. It never does. Because trust is broken, even when it's mended, there are always cracks. There's always fragility. So you can forgive and keep your distance. You can have compassion and have boundaries. You can understand and still protect yourself. These things are not mutually exclusive. And what about that special person? You'll need to talk. You'll need to explain what's happening. Not immediately, not in a panic, but when you have clarity, when you have facts, when you're sure. And it will be a difficult conversation. because you'll have to admit that someone close to you is working against something important to you. Is it a special person? There will be a reaction. It could be anger. It could be hurt. It could be a desire to distance yourself. And you'll have to hold your space. You'll have to say, I know, I see, I'm dealing with it, and I choose you. I choose us. I choose what we're building. And when you say that, when do you act accordingly? Something changes. Trust deepens. Because the special person sees. See that you're not just talking, you're acting, you're protecting, you're prioritizing. And that's worth more than 1,000 romantic words. It's worth more than empty promises. Because it's proof. Real proof that you're invested, that you're present, that you choose to continue. And transformation is happening within you through all of this. Transformation that goes beyond this situation. You are learning to trust yourself, to trust your ability to read people, your intuition, your discernment. You've always had this. You've always been good at it. But you've also always questioned it. Always sought external confirmation. Always check with others before trusting what you feel. And now? Now you are learning that you know. You always knew. And when you trust that, when you act based on that, you're right. Always right. Not always in details, but always in essence. And this trust, this self-confidence you are developing, it will serve you for the rest of your life. It will protect you from future manipulation. It will guide you in difficult decisions. It will remind you, you know. Trust what you know. Act accordingly, and see results. And in the coming days, specifically, March will bring 3 waves of revelation. First wave, you will feel it. You will have insight. You will connect dots you hadn't connected before. And you will understand. You will see the complete pattern. And the day will become clear. Second wave, you will receive information. From an external source. Someone will tell you something. Or you will discover something. And it will confirm what you felt. It will validate your intuition. And it will give you the courage to act. Third wave, public exposure. Not necessarily dramatic, but it is visible. The person will reveal themselves, in front of others, or through an action that cannot be denied. And you will have witnesses. You will have collective validation. And it can no longer be distorted. It can no longer be denied. It will be there. Naked truth. And you? You will act. Calmly. Decisively, without unnecessary drama, but firmly. And when to act? When to establish the necessary limit? You will feel relief. You will feel lightness. You will feel as if a weight you didn't even know you were carrying has been removed. And you will breathe, deeply, for the first time in months. And closure isn't about revenge. It's not about making the person pay. It's not about exposing or humiliating them. It's about you reclaiming your space, your power, your peace. It's about you saying, no more. You no longer have access to what is sacred to me. You no longer have a voice in what I build. You no longer have a place in my inner circle. And this is done silently, dignifiedly, without long explanations, without excessive justifications. Just action, distance, boundaries, and upholding them, even when they try to come back, even when they apologize, even when they promise change. You uphold them, because you learned, you finally learned, that some people aren't for your life, not because they are bad, but because they are toxic to you. And you deserve relationships that uplift you, that supports you, that celebrates your growth, not that sabotage you. Not that diminishes you, not that works against you. And when you clear the space, when you remove what doesn't serve you, space is created. Space for more than serving, more than elevating, more than building. Is this a special person? She is part of this more, and she deserves clean space, protected space, sacred space. And you will give her that, because you finally learned her worth, her power, her ability to choose, and you choose well, finally.